Next year, be clerk.
I just bought this just to support that.
Yeah, pay the taxes.
That's where it goes.
Yeah. Do what now? I do that all the time.
Okay, we're going to call the meeting to order, Jamestown City Council, October 20th, 2022. And HK, if you would lead us
I
in prayer,
will.
please.
Dear Father, thank you for this great day you have given to us, a day of service, a day of reflection on just how blessed we are. We thank you that we can come here tonight and do the business for our beloved city, be with our mayor and all these elected officials as they direct the paths that we are going. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I guess everybody's had a chance to look at the meetings from the last minute, or last meeting.
Just
So,
for both.
I'll need a motion to approve those minutes, please.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, on our new business tonight, we've actually got an approval of Seawilders Road pay request, and this is where we've gotten Seawilders Road completely finished. They have water, so hopefully everybody out there is happy, and that's one job that's been completed, so we need to, I guess, make a motion to get them paid for doing Seawilders Road.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Next, we have the second reading of ordinance 2022-007.
It's an ordinance levying and imposing ad valorem taxes by the city of Jamestown for general municipal purposes for fiscal year 2022-2023 on all taxable property within the taxing jurisdiction of Jamestown, Kentucky. Whereas it's necessary for the city of Jamestown, Kentucky to impose ad valorem taxes on real property and personal property for the purpose of providing revenues necessary of the support and operation of the government of the city of Jamestown, Kentucky. Whereas the city council of the city of Jamestown, Kentucky is required by state law to establish a tax rate and other guidelines regarding tax payment. Now therefore we ordain by the City Council of the City of Jamestown, Kentucky as follows. The purpose of supporting the operation of the government of the City of Jamestown, Kentucky and payments of debts and expenses incurred by the City of Jamestown, Kentucky for fiscal year 2022-2023 and shall be hereby levied and imposed ad valorem tax of $100 of assessed taxable property within the taxing jurisdiction. Real property, including real property of public service companies, shall be taxed at 15.8 cents per hundred assessed value determined the Department of Revenue assessed valuation. Personal property, including personal property of public service companies, shall be taxed at 15.8 cents per hundred of assessed value determined by the Department of Revenue assessed valuation. Financial institutions measured by deposits in the institution located within the jurisdiction of the City of Jamestown shall be taxed at 0.025% of the deposits per KRS 136.575 subsection 2. All taxes paid on or before December 31st, 2022 shall receive 2% discount for face value of the tax bill. All taxes paid after January 31st, 2023 will incur a penalty of 10% additional tax payable. All persons and firms owing 2022 property taxes which are required to be published in the local newspaper as delinquent taxes for fiscal year 2022-2023 shall pay in addition to the tax owed and the 10% penalty an additional $3 to cover the cost of the newspaper publication.
Okay, we need a motion for the second reading.
Motion made.
And second. All in favor? Any opposed?
And that was a tax reduction from the 2021.
Yes. Was it 16.8%? 15.8%,
It was high 16s, but I think it's 16.8. I think it was about 17 something the year before.
It's 16.
16.8 went to 15.8, I believe, yeah. So that's good. Okay, anybody got any comments or anything?
I would like to bring up, which I've mentioned something to some of y'all about it already, this little, I don't know, it might be an acre of land up here at the bypass stoplight there in front of the old creamy
hardware store. I would like to see us do something with that to make it look better. I mean, it don't look bad, it's kept mowed and everything, it looks nice, but that's the entrance to our city right there, you know, that's where you enter our downtown area at. Tourists, local people. And I just think we can do a little landscaping work up there, whether it's going around the outside edge of it with some dogwood trees or some redbud trees or clumps of pampas grass, something like that. I think we could do something with it to improve the looks of it. It's not, there's nothing else that I know of we can even begin to do with it. We can't build anything on it.
Are you talking where the sign is, City of Jamestown, there across from?
No, right there, that's the island.
No, he's
Yeah.
talking at the stoplight, the bypass in front of Lily
The state
Weston's
actually,
house.
the state actually owns it.
I
Across
thought they
from
had
her.
donated that to us.
Not that I know of, it's not, it doesn't show that way on the map. We have a little section that is actually, no, we don't either. It's the state's too, where that sign there I called the state highway department, it was done about a month ago for, somebody that was looking to actually buy, they wanted to buy a piece of, on this side, coming up next to the Liggins, that square up, Tackle Dad's property, is actually what it was. But, they don't care a bit of the island, I mean, we may have to get some kind of permits or something,
Right,
you know,
that's what I was.
because we mow it now.
Yeah, I thought they had actually gave that to the city, but either way, the state owns it, it's a part of the right of way. It's set right there in front of, you know, Half Acre Road goes down here, 127 here, and then the old 127 comes in, it's just a
Yes,
kind
Right.
of a triangle shaped piece of land there.
yeah.
I don't know if it'd be an acre of it or not, but that's right at the bypass at the light, where everybody that comes to Jamestown, whether they're going to the lake, the state park, if they're going to Grider Hill Dock or whatever, that's just where everybody comes, that's our main artery in town, that's our entrance into downtown. And, I think we could spruce it up and make it look a lot better, a lot more attractive entering the city. Like I said, it could be something just as simple as planting some redbud trees around the outside of it. Go around it with some trees or whatever.
Everybody know what he's talking about.
So,
And I'd like to.
Anything but pears, anything but Bradford pears, or, you know.
Yeah, but, redbuds are off the
I said anything but Bradford, any pear trees.
Yeah. In the springtime.
You might be there one day and fell over the neck.
I cut 20 something.
isn't there power lines that run
Yeah,
straight
it
across the top of that?
They don't last.
Is there power
10,
lines running
15
straight
years.
across the
Yes.
top of that?
Right down the side of it, part of it, I think there's, but I don't think anything goes across the middle.
But, you know, the smaller decorative trees like dogwoods and redbud and stuff, they don't get that tall anyway. But what I would like to propose that we do is just, we've got some landscaping companies here in the county and just put out a request for proposals and let them give us some proposals and see what their ideas are that they can do with it, not binding us or locking us into anything.
Just get some ideas and see.
Get some ideas, you know, let them look at it, give us some ideas, and then maybe we can get some, we see something we like, we can find out what it would cost to do it, and go from there with it.
How much land do you think's there, Tony?
Is it an acre? I mean, it's kind of triangle shaped, it's hard to.
I believe it'd be acre,
Maybe half, 3/4,
maybe
maybe.
half.
But still, I mean, it's a pretty good little piece of
Yeah, it is, yeah, it's,
land.
yeah.
I mean, I think it'd be, it's got a lot of potential.
We could have a look at it and just give them some ideas, but nothing, like you say, nothing binding.
Yeah. Nothing written in stone.
So if everybody wants, just kinda, everybody maybe just get a chance, go up there and kinda look at the area, and then we'll talk about maybe getting somebody, if we decide to look at it from a landscaping and give us some kind of ideas or
We could do something.
quotes or prices or?
So if you're considering that to be the entrance of Jamestown, does that mean you're gonna take away the entrance of Jamestown, the sign across from Rex Road's up there where it actually does say, welcome to the city of Jamestown?
Well, that's just city, you're talking about city limits.
Yeah, up there,
Well, I mean, that's,
Signs up.
yeah, no.
I think that's, the city limits and that differ, I think, you know. That's coming right in, taking you right into town.
This is kind of the entrance to our downtown area there at the bypass, it's what I kind of consider it anyway.
Well, you know, somebody that's gonna hang a right might see something,
Yeah.
You come on down.
Drive on down.
the state doesn't, small towns like us, no favor by putting a bypass there. It kills us, you know. So anything we can do to get
Makes
people,
a difference.
it does.
That's true.
Bypasses done a lot, yeah. So.
I mean, just going around it with some dogwood trees or some redbud or something like that, I don't think it would be that terribly expensive.
Would we have to get permission from the state? You know,
I would think so,
If it's the
yes.
state's property.
Yeah, I mean,
it'd be on the
I
road.
don't think they'll care what you do because, like I said.
We could send them a bill for mowing it all these
If
years.
we don't mow it, it'll get mowed once a year.
Yeah.
So, I don't think they'll care what,
Yeah.
as long as it keeps looking like the way it's looking, they won't care what we do.
Tell them we wanna make them look good, so give us some stuff.
I thought they had already.
I know they
I
gave
thought
us-
that was years ago that they actually gave us that land because they had no business with it. But maybe they didn't, maybe they were wanting to save it.
Well,
for why
you may be right, I'll have to get back hold of them, because I know that they gave us the other side of the road. Like where the curve, you know what I'm talking about, the curved road or whatever it was that come off in front of the house that used to be there. They gave us that part of it. And then we ended up, giving it to Jack Hudson, I think, didn't they?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's what happened to that front part of that, because there was two deeds, maybe they had put it to us when there was two deeds out there for that land that was across there, the Jack Hudson's and then
I'm
James.
not sure what land you're talking about.
Where the road used to cut, the original road used to cut.
But there's that,
Yeah.
that, right there.
From off.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know what's talking about.
So I think actually, I mean, my thoughts, like, we could probably get some ideas, and it's probably a little late in the year to get anything, don't you think, done with the weather and with all the spring and falls, about when you have to put
Yeah,
anything new
but I mean-
like that. But just an idea of something maybe
Yeah.
that we could maybe look at if we wanna do something in the spring, get something started or get some ideas just to see. So if everybody wants to look at it, I know there's, I know of one landscaping, I know of a couple in Russ County. I don't-
There is, Skaggs boy out off Bernard Ridge and,
I believe Danny Wade started doing that after he retired from carrying the mail.
Williams.
Williams, that's the one I was trying to think
I
of.
think, now he might not now, but I think he did.
That's something we would just kind of advertise for to see if that getting somebody to look at if we get
Just put it up there and get
some
some
kind
ideas.
of bids or some ideas. So,
Request for proposals, I think is what they call it. Would that be correct?
yeah, yeah.
Tulips,
I would think so.
And give us a bid, design it, give us a bid.
That'd be a chore.
They advertise, they do that, some of them do.
Probably jump us to do.
Williams did the one
Especially
across
because
the
it's
spring,
just-
called Park and all that.
Yeah.
That looks
Right
good.
there across the parkway.
Yeah, did you come out?
They made that look nice.
So do we wanna just table this, or do we wanna make a motion to go look at it and get some bids, get a proposal out there? What's your all's thoughts?
Well, like Tony said, we can get somebody to look at it and nothing binding, they can give us some ideas.
Okay, but do we need to get anything out to get a proposal for us, or do you wanna wait on it? We just need to know what
I don't think
we need to do
anything
this
as
for.
far as motions. I mean,
Just kind of wait.
If we wanna do it, we can talk to a few and we'll just try to get with them, try to get with 2 or 3. See what we got.
Okay, is that good with everybody?
It's good.
Okay.
I talked to who yet? I forget her name, young officer,
Savannah.
Savannah, yes. And I know, I think you'd talked to, maybe Jeff before. There's some people going around egging houses around Jamestown. Donna Shaw's grandparents' house was vandalized. The old house up there, windows broke out.
Yeah.
And Francisco up here at the Mexican restaurant said he's seen some young guys out 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, you know. So they're all over town. But they got me. I was gone for the weekend, come in Monday and egg everywhere, which is fine for me, but some of these older people are.
It's not fun for anybody.
It's not fine for anybody. No, I'm not, no. But,
It's not fun for anybody.
no, I wasn't happy.
Strike that comment.
Yeah. Edit that, take that out. But I know the police are watching, and if anybody were to see any running around, they might want to call the police and check them out, because
Kind of watch.
14, 15 years old, they don't need to be out 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, they need to be at the house.
When I tell you, there's a lot of people got security cameras on their house now. I've been going out door to door, and a lot of times you don't even notice them, but if you're just standing there and thinking about it at the front door waiting on the answering door, you just get to looking around a little bit, look up. There's lots of people got cameras, and some of these incidents may be on camera, you know.
Yeah. Well, somebody needs their tanning into the house, you know.
If they don't answer the door, just look up at it, just close the caption and say, vote for me.
I left the card.
But anyway,
Movie night's been good. Everybody, we had a good time with movie night, I think. And something that was brought up to me, and I think it's a good idea, at the last movie night was that we should think about having a day. I know it's a little too late now, probably for the weather, but a day over at the city park, because half of your kids, it's at movies night, they're playing ball, they're doing stuff back here, you know, but it's a good place for them to come get together. There's pizza, there's stuff there for them, so they're coming to enjoy the movie, but they really are, half of them's out there playing ball and having, so it was just brought up to me, it would be a good thing to maybe have a day at the park for the kids to all get together and provide stuff for them.
They could really run on learn, couldn't
They could all, you know, probably not all of them spin over to even see the new playground equipment, so I thought it was a good idea, just to, you know, have a day set to have a big picnic for all the kids and stuff at the park.
put a
So,
little flag football and throw
I
around.
could play flag football.
You'd want to be the quarterback all the time,
Yeah, probably.
you know.
So anyway, that's a thought, that's just things, we wanna make sure that we all remember Jeff. You know, Jeff's, right now, I got a text from him, today, and he's still waiting on tests to be done tomorrow. He's still at UK, and, just still needs prayers, cause as of this point, we still really don't know for sure what's going on.
But it wasn't aneurysm, is that correct?
I think it was, it wasn't,
Okay.
so right now it wasn't, but I don't know, I think they're trying to determine what's caused the blood bleed, because there was a bleed, and so they're trying to determine that, and some of the medicine, I think he's had reactions to, so it's not been very pleasant for him, and so just keep him in our prayers. And
Been a slow go for him, hasn't it?
it has, and they're not really being able to tell him a lot, I think. So I think right now it's just they're still unsure of what's going on. So we want to keep him in our
I'll
thoughts.
tell you what, he's fine man. He's a good man.
Absolutely.
And everybody, appreciate everybody praying for him.
Another thing, just thank you to Paula and her husband that came out to movie night, brought cotton candy, set it up. It was a big, everybody was happy with that. It was something new that we hadn't had before. Then last week we did hot chocolate, and who knew that hot chocolate would be such a hit? But we ran out of hot chocolate, and we had hot chocolate everywhere. It's kind of a last minute thing, so we just had the packages, and so we had it everywhere, but it was okay. Everybody enjoyed it.
And kudos to Daniel Popplewell for snow cones through the entire movie night season.
juice made.
Well,
Yeah.
he sugars some things up, you know.
Best snow cones you have.
Yeah. So, anything else that anybody got going on or that we need to talk about? If not, I'm going down to the Russell County Chamber meeting,
Of course you are.
so.
I'm having, shoulder surgery Monday, so I'd appreciate everybody, praying there if that goes well.
Prayers for Barry for Monday,
Sure.
everybody remember
Shoulder.
Barry.
Rotator cuff.
And I like to say that Tom Emerson, an attorney, he was on the Court of Appeals, was burned up in a fire today.
Oh,
He was Louis Nunn's right-hand man, and was on the Court of Appeals, and ran for governor, and a really good man. And, I think he lived in Edmonton, I think, and his wife expired, he went in to get her, and while he was in there, he just didn't make it out.
Prayers for him and his family.
Tom Emerson.
Tom Emberton, so let's all.
I remember the name.
his family.
He was the best.
Wow. Anybody else, anything that,
Halloween on the square.
Halloween on the square, trunk or treat, if you, anybody that you know that wants to set up, the more the merrier. We'll start, I believe it's 5 to 7, and, we'll have, Hocus Pocus showing the movie, and just, I think a lot of, I've already talked to Michael Ford, if there was to be a chance of bad weather or rain, it's already approved for us to have at the school. This Friday, the city will be going to Jamestown to hand out candy to all the kids over there, where they used to come to town and do walk. They decided again this year just to do it at the school, so
Right.
I'm not sure if it'll be inside or out next Friday.
Do we do like we normally do on the trunk or treat? We bring candy also.
This is just
Before
a,
we brought candy, like for the trunk or treat.
yeah,
Mhm.
for up here on
Yeah, Halloween.
Halloween night, yeah, we'll have a table set up. with-
And we bring, I know we usually, you bring candy also, y'all have
Yes.
candy, but we bring,
Yeah,
ain't that what we usually do?
yeah, bring whatever, bring.
Yeah.
But-
Dress up, do, you know.
But that Friday, we're gonna go to the school.
It'll just, actually, anybody that wants to can go,
Okay.
yes, I think, you know, they're gonna send somebody, don't we have somebody that's gonna dress up, Debbie?
They
Maybe,
must have somebody dressing up and going to Jamestown.
so,
Not me.
but anybody that wants to, I'm sure there'll be a lot of people over there, so, anybody that's, I believe that's at 12:30, cause I've gotta send people from the bank to Salem into Jamestown that day, so, and they're both the same day, so, I believe they're both at 12:30. That's all I know that's going on. Marissa Ramsey I saw her at chamber meeting this week, and she said she'd get with me in the next few days to go over some details for Christmas on the Square, for some of the things that's gonna be going on, and, cause we really haven't had a lot of discussion on that yet, but of course they're the ones in charge of that, and we just kinda need to get in order, I guess, what all we're gonna do and what all's gonna go on, so once I know, we're gonna talk to her, I'll let everybody else know.
I know it's been in the paper and we've all talked about it, but if you ain't seen it, go over to the park and check out the tennis courts.
They look great.
Yeah. You get the lights worked out where they,
Pickleball.
Pickleball
get
also.
pickleball too.
That day.
But that's probably the best looking I've ever seen court down.
We've talked about also maybe getting some kind of windbreak for that, and then, a couple people even said to me, which I think is a really low expense, to get a couple boards where if people are there by themselves playing, it's a
Well, there used to be some up there.
Is
You know,
there?
Red Covington used to keep them up.
I don't know if that's something that we still have or not, but
You
that's
know,
just a inexpensive thing.
Where City of Russell Springs has got theirs enclosed actually. What they got around it? You ever seen? They've got like a windbreak for their whole court.
And the screen.
Yeah, the screen type all the way around it, yeah.
But anyway, that's things that we're working on, and tennis courts do look great, so if you haven't seen them, get up there and look at them, they're nice.
The McCall boys will appreciate it, I'm sure.
Pickleball.
Yeah. You wanna play some pickleball?
I don't even know what it is.
It's good for old, it's a grow
You
bit.
bring your own pickles?
No, you can.
Okay, anybody else?
You gotta get the park, don't you?
Me too.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Mitch,
You, you'll pick it up, man, stay off.